Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we got a fun one for you today. We've got an image here that's got an icon on it. When I hover over it, it's going to darken down and some text is going to appear there. When I take my mouse back off, it's going to do the opposite. Great little eye-catching feature to have on your site. Really easy to do. Absolutely no coding involved in this today at all. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the visual builder so we can start on the front end. Okay, once enabled, let's go down and we'll start from scratch. I'm going to add a new row. I'm going to click on any existing row. I'm going to hit the green button to add a new one. I'm going to put a single column, single row in line. Inside it today, we're going to use a blurb module, purely because it's got an icon. There we go, it's popped it in right there. Now you may notice with the blurb module, it only takes up a certain amount of the column there, which is about 550 pixels. I want mine to take up all the available space. So let's do that first. First thing I'm going to do is go to design. I'm going to go over to sizing. There's the content width, the default 550 there. I'm going to change that from 550 to 100%, 100 with the percent sign. It's now taking up all of the available space there, which is just what I want. Great. Well, while I'm in design, I want all my writing in the middle. So I'm going to roll up. And we've got text right here. Pop that in the middle. I'm not going to use an image. I'm going to use a little icon to have it over the top of our image that we put in the background here. So let's roll over to content there. First box is text here. You've got your title and your text. I'm actually going to delete the title to make this work properly today. Or you can cut it out, Control X there, and just pop it below in your regular paragraph text down below here. Let's just bolden it out to make it a little bit different from everything that's there. That's great. Image and icon. Like I say, I want to use an icon rather than an image, so I'm going to switch this switch to on. And for expediency, I'll use the same as I did before. That little down one there, use any icon you want, obviously. Great, well, to see what's going on, let's put a background in. Just down below this, we've got a link. If you want to link your module to somewhere, you can do so here. We've got no title, so no point putting one in there. But if you want the whole module to take people somewhere when they click on it, you can put a link in here. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking off-site, open it in a new tab. That way, your site will stay open. Well, let's go down to background and put a background in so we can see what's happening here. I'm going to just put a blue in there. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to click on the blue field, left click, take the opacity down a bit. It'll pale out a little bit as that white bleeds through. Just so when we put an image in a little while, you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. Great. Well, let's make this the shape we actually want it now. I want a bit of space top and bottom, left and right. So we'll do that with padding. Go over to design. That's always where you'll find spacing. We've got padding top. Let's give it, say, 30 pixels on top. I'll give it 90 pixels on the bottom. I want a little bit more on the bottom. And you can actually shape it to the size of your image if you want to here. Make it the aspect ratio you want to. And you can also adjust it if you need to on tablet and mobile. To do that, and this is common to all Divi modules, roll up over the dark writing, go to the thing that you want to adjust. If there's a little mobile phone icon there, you can click on it and you can put in separate values for tablet and mobile. That's a really useful feature there. I'm just going to work on desktop for this today though. Yeah, left and right, I'm going to put 50 pixels in. Just put in the 50, it'll put in the pixels. It chained, it'll do the opposite side. Fantastic. Great, well, let's go and choose an image to be in the background of this now. I'm going to save that. The way these hover effects work is the background's going to actually reside in the row itself, the green tab. So I'm going to go in there, under content, going to go to background. Funny enough, I'm going to select an image. And let's throw this fella in. All right, well, you can see that image behind there. we've got a bit of overspill here where the row's got a bit of padding, and I'd like to have a bit of space between the top and bottom ones. So while we're in the row, we can go to Design and Spacing to take away that overspill there. We just need to take the padding away from the row, put a 0 in the top, hit the chain and do the bottom. Like I say, I do want a bit of space between these, so we'll use margin for that. So margin top and bottom, let's give that, say, 70 pixels. There, that's pretty good. Let's hit the chain, give it that on the bottom as well. Gives it a bit of space there. Fantastic. Well, we can kind of see that image. What I want, though, is to see the image clearly, and I want the icon to be there. And then when they hover over, we'll fade it all out and get some text to fade in. So to make this stand out, I want to make everything white. So we can get out of our row now. Let's save our changes here. We'll go back into our blurb module. We'll go to the Design, Image and Icon. I want to make that white so I can see it. Icon color. You can give it a background if you want to. I'm going to leave mine just like that. And our actual body text, you can roll over it and hit the paintbrush if you want to. It'll take you straight to it. Body text. I'm going to make that white in color too. But initially, I don't want to see that at all. So again, this is common to all Divi modules. To create a little hover effect, roll over the dark writing till the icons come up. Go to the thing you want to affect, our color in this case. There's a little arrow there. We can set a desktop state when the mouse is not on it, and a hover state when the mouse is on it. In the desktop state, I don't want to see it at all. So what I'm going to do is going to go into my white color and take this opacity all the way down. You'll see that text fade out and disappear there. Fantastic. When we hover back over it, I want it to come back. So I'm going to hit the color. I'm going to drag that opacity slider all the way back up so we've got a solid white again. So when we hover over it, it's going to come in nice and bright white like that. When we're not, it's going to be invisible. Fantastic. But I want to be able to see this image clearly also until they hover over it and the writing comes up. So we've got that little blue overlay going on. Let's go back to our content, to our background here where we've got that blue color. I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to go over background and get the icons up. I'm going to hit the little arrow. Desktop. I'm going to drag that opacity all the way down so we've got a clear image. Fantastic. Just exactly what I wanted. When we hover over, I'm going to click on the field. Then I'm going to bring that blue pretty much all the way up. I want to see a hint of that image behind there, but I want to be able to read that text nice and clearly. Something like that. Great. Now the time it actually takes to get from desktop to hover state by default with Divi is 300 milliseconds. Which is pretty quick, just under 1/3 of a second. I'm going to slow mine down for a bit of grace. That's entirely up to you though. To do that, we need to go over to our advanced. Down to transitions. There's the default 300 milliseconds. I'm going to double it. I'm going to make mine 600. Just put in the 600. It'll put it in the milliseconds for you. You can slide it up. You can increment up and down with the little arrows also. Don't want any delay. Want it to happen as soon as the mouse hits it. Transition speed curve I'm going to use for this today is ease in, ease out. They're all subtly different. Some will work better than others in certain situations. But for my hover effects, ease in, out is my go-to. So let's save that. We'll hit the little purple button. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the visual builder. And there we go. We got our first one up top here. And we got our second one down here that we just created. Really easy to do. Nice little effect to have on your side. And to duplicate, just duplicate the row. Change out your text and image. Job done. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, put them below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video like this. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.